What is good, everybody? It is your boy Super Saiyan Cap here, back with another skill test video for you guys. Today we'll be testing Final Explosion against Anger Explosion. But before we get into that video, guys, I just want to explain something real quick on the TP Metal Shop on basically what happened over the weekend. Okay, guys, on Friday, Bandai released the clothes into the TP Metal Shop. As you see, I have the Magetta clothes, I have the Future Trunks clothes, I have the Grand Prix clothes. They released the clothes on Friday. Friday night or Saturday morning, they realized that they didn't release everything like they were supposed to. So they took down the clothes from the TP shop, trying to fix basically the free update so they can get everything out to us. And then midday Saturday, they only released the accessories. And that was the only thing available throughout the rest of the weekend. So guys, Friday was the only day that you could buy these clothes in the TP Metal Shop last weekend, because Bandai realized that they messed up and they tried to fix it, but by trying to fix it they messed up again and they only put in the accessories. I don't know what was going on their side, what happened, but that's basically what was going on with these clothes, why you weren't able to get them, why a lot of people weren't seeing them over the weekend on Saturday and Sunday. That's because they were taken down from the TP Metal Shop, guys. So if you didn't buy them Friday, basically you didn't have a chance to get these. So I just want to explain that for you guys real quick, because I know there's been a lot of confusion on it. But now let's get into this skill test between Angry and Final Explosion. Alright guys, we're going to get this skill test started the same way as always, first testing out for damage. But before we get into that real quick, guys, I just want to explain these moves. Final Explosion is a move that takes 3 bars of ki, and then after that it's going to drain your stamina to keep the move going. So the more stamina you have, the more damage it'll do. Angry Explosion is the exact opposite, taking 3 bars of ki, but then the more ki you have, the more damage you'll do, because it'll drain your ki from then on out to keep the move going. So Angry Explosion is a move where you have more ki, the more damage. Final Explosion is a move where you have more stamina, the more damage. Now let's test these moves out for damage though and see which one really does more between the two. And Final Explosion gives us a grand total of 10,870 damage. But right now, guys, the current build I tried to get my stamina and ki somewhat even. Right now I have almost 9 bars of stamina and only have about 5.5, almost 6 bars of ki. So right now Angry Explosion is at a disadvantage damage wise, but let's see what we get a grand total of from it anyways. And we still get 10,500 damage from Angry Explosion with only 5.5, maybe 5 3/4 of a bar of ki. And stamina wise, I have almost 9 bars of ki right now, giving Final Explosion the advantage, the major advantage when it comes to, you know, keeping the damage going. So I do believe Angry Explosion is the stronger move. Let's test these both out real quick without holding down the button, because that will give you a good gauge of which one is really stronger, because you're not adding anything extra to it. And Angry Explosion, as you see, did 6,954 damage, while Final Explosion, on the other hand, only does 4,395 damage. So clearly Angry Explosion is the faster move. When it comes to speed, both of these moves are extremely slow. Like, both of them are extremely slow. Both take about a couple seconds to start up. So they're both going to be moves that you need to stamina break your opponent. As you see with Final Explosion, extremely slow, and then Angry Explosion, again, another move that is extremely slow. You're going to need to stamina break your opponent, and you're not only going to need to stamina break them, but a heavy stamina break would be best, because then your opponent's not going to be able to get up, they're not going to be able to recover quick, and even when they do get up, they're still going to be breathing hard, like you see Trunks right there, and then it's basically going to be over from them from that point on. Now when using Final Explosion, you have to make sure, guys, that is literally the final explosion. The match is over, you're going to KO your opponent, because if not, with this move, you literally turn to stone and you lose all your stamina, and most likely your opponent will be stamina broken when you use this move. Like I said, it's really the only way to land it is with a heavy stamina break. That is a guaranteed way to land this move. So your opponent's going to get all his stamina back, you're going to lose all your stamina, and you're going to be turned to stone. You have to make sure that your opponent will die if you decide to use Final Explosion. If not, that's basically that's just going to change the match completely around, and your opponent's going to make a serious comeback on you from then on out. Now Angry Explosion is not the same. Angry Explosion is not a move that you need to finish the match off with. One, because it doesn't take away from your stamina, and then two, you don't get turned to stone when using this move. As you see, you can move freely, you don't get turned to stone or anything like that when using that move, and it doesn't drain from your stamina like Final Explosion does. So all in all, guys, I definitely would have to say that Angry Explosion is by far the better move. I do believe it is stronger. I mean, I don't have as much ki as I do stamina right now, but I do believe that the move is by far stronger than Final Explosion. Start time would probably be about the same. They both take a decent amount of time to start up, but then the things that negate Final Explosion is the fact that it drains your stamina, which is real shitty, and then the fact that you turn to stone afterwards, which I mean, of course it's from the show, that's how the show goes, you're supposed to turn to stone after that, but it just sucks. Like, it's not a good move to use unless, like I said, you're gonna kill your opponent. You have to be sure that this final explosion will end the match and your opponent will be dead, so you won't have a chance to make a serious huge comeback on you. Like, it's very possible. Like, I love when I have no stamina, I mean no health basically, and I just got stamina broken. I have a little bit of health, but I got all my stamina back. Most likely your opponent does not have that much stamina, and then of course when they use final explosion they have no stamina. So if you have that much of an advantage on the stamina battle, you're gonna be able to make a huge comeback, unless you're just an, I'm sorry to say, unless you're just like an absolute scrub, or you're going up against an absolute god. Like, that's really it. I mean, final explosion really is not that great of a move, guys. It's really cool. Like, it's a very cool move, not gonna lie, but as far as usefulness, it's really not that good. Anger explosion is definitely the move you guys want to go with. But guys, all in all, hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Continue to leave your suggestions down below. That's how we're going to continue to get to the future skill tests. As you guys know, just leave your votes on a skill test that you guys would like to see. Say you see one that you like and you are going to leave a comment. Don't leave a comment. Be sure to leave a vote. Don't double up on the comments. Just leave a vote, leave a thumbs up on the one that you would like to see next, and that's how we get to the next one. But again, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you guys found it useful, and as always, hope you guys have a good day. Thank you guys so much for the support. Peace, y'all.